Hey Village! So it is the weekend. Got John with me.
Hey guys.
I know you guys don't get to see him as much unless you follow him on his channel, because there are quite a few of you who actually came over from his channel, Cincinnati Picker. But yeah, we wanted to just kind of give a brief update of what we've been up to. The kids are at home hanging out. We kind of just got a little time away. And it's important when you take in new kids, you know, everything seems to kind of happen all at once. There's a lot of things that you have to like be focused on, and there's just a lot of like logistics, and you're just like all about the kids. And so it's important to make sure that you don't like lose yourself and lose your relationship with your significant other if you're in a relationship. We are going to have a video coming out in a few days about that, specifically about how being a foster parent, like how it kind of affects your marriage, because like it definitely does, just like anything. And we've been getting questions about it. So I'm going to have John sit down and talk with me about that.
It should be a fun conversation.
Be a great conversation, yeah. But if you have experience being a foster parent, you know that when kids are initially placed with you, there are so many like visits and paperwork and doctor's appointments and, you know, getting kids set up with school, getting them set up with like a million different things. Like there's so much adjustment and
lots to juggle.
And it just feels like we kind of have hit a pretty good groove. We feel, I would say, like we're functioning pretty well as a new family of 7, but it doesn't stop with those like initial few weeks. Like it's just an ongoing thing, making sure that, you know, you're keeping up to date with the caseworkers, the guardian ad litem, therapists. Who else is involved?
Oh gosh, everybody.
Like everybody.
People to schedule visits, school stuff.
Yeah,
there's a lot. There's a lot of people that you talk to for sure.
It's a lot. And especially right now, since we have like 3 kiddos, it is nice that they're siblings, because a lot of that is consolidated. So kids tend to have the same caseworker. If they are siblings and they're placed like at the same time. Therapists might be different, because most kids who come into care, like they will have a therapist because they've experienced some form of trauma, even if it's just being removed from their caregivers, their parents. So therapy is almost always encouraged for kids. But having 3 kids at 3 different like schools and juggling, you know, communications with teachers and like where they're at and all of that kind of stuff, it's a lot. And I haven't been the best, I feel like, just because like we work full time. It is possible to be foster parents and work full time. There are so many people who do it, but yeah, sometimes you miss out on a few things. So I feel like I'm trying to catch up with like the school stuff, like part of, but yeah. So as the school year is winding down, I feel like I have to catch up. So yeah, I've started just like reaching out to teachers and finding out where they're at, making sure that like everyone is on track, trying to be that good parent who's engaged with like, you know, school and all that stuff. It's important to us when kids are placed with us. Some of it is a requirement that foster parents have to get the kids into doctor, dentist, eye doctor within a certain time frame. And we try to expedite this because you never know when kids are going to possibly go to, you know, a relative. They might go back home. There are so many unknowns. So we try to kind of expedite, you know, that process, because we want to be able to take care of the things that might be time consuming and a hassle for that caregiver. So we try to like, you know, kind of check it off and be like, okay, we got them to the dentist. But yeah, so we're definitely trying to like get all those appointments in as soon as possible. And it's kind of a hassle dealing with the insurance, because somebody has asked in a previous video, do the kids who are placed with us, do they go on our insurance or do they have their own? And in our case for Ohio, all of the kids who have been placed with us, they're on like the county coverage, which, what is it? Is it Medicaid or Medicare? Medicaid?
Medicaid.
It's one of those.
I'm pretty sure.
but it doesn't go through us. So you don't have to deal with kids who are coming to stay with you and you're having to do paperwork with your insurance or update, information, stuff like that. I don't know if that is across the board. I can't say for certain, but my guess is that if kids are being removed from their home and custody is placed with a county agency, then it's the county who would be expected to make sure that they have healthcare, dental, all of those things. But yeah, so it definitely never ends as a foster parent. There's always something. There are always things that are changing. Depending on how long the kids are with you, you'll have, court dates that you can attend as a foster parent. And I think it's really important as a foster parent, depending on the case, depending on the kids, to be a part of those if you can, because they're very informative and you're with the kids every single day. So you have insight that even the caseworkers might not be able to best articulate in a court setting.
It's also good to go to it because depending on the age of the kid that's with you, certain things that may come up in court, you can relay that to the kid, depending on what it is, of course. But yeah, like with Miss A that stayed with us for a long time, we would go to the court visits, and since she was, at an age old enough to understand things, like we could relay information and kind of give her, I guess, a progress update on the case, basically.
Yeah, and I would always, if I attended a court, and typically right now court is virtual, so it makes it really easy to attend, which is why I encourage foster parents to attend when you can. I would always ask her, hey, do you have any questions? This is what happened today. Do you have questions? And, is there anything that you want to know? And you always have to know the kid and know developmentally where they're at. You have to understand the case. But yeah, so it's just good to have that firsthand information. And we do have amazing caseworkers who keep us informed. So if we weren't going to attend, the information would be relayed to us. But we have had situations where, I'm in court virtually, and, they're asking for, okay, what's the update on the kids? How are they in school? Any concerns? And it's just important to advocate for the kids and be there for them. So personally, I think if you can make it, be there. Yeah. Absolutely.
Definitely try to prioritize it.
Yeah. And typically, I will be the one who's attending those unless it's a critical, hearing, and then John will attend as well.
I've done all the virtuals, I think, haven't I?
Yeah, for the most part.
And then you and I went to one in person.
Oh yeah, back with Miss A, we went to two in person. Yeah. But yeah, so just a quick update. We are going to have a really cool video, the one I talked about earlier, so where we talk about how being a foster parent affects our marriage. Spoiler, it does. It really does.
Positively, not just negatively. Positively too.
Yeah, positive things as well. But yeah, so look out for that. Make sure you're asking any questions in the comments, and we will see you next time.
Bye, guys.